Goeiedag and welcome to my 2025 shop tour. So today I'm going to take you around my entire shop. A lot has changed since 2024 because I was actually able to expand the shop about 1/4 in size, and that means I bought a few new machines and I got a few new tricks up my sleeve to maximize the space in my small shop. For those who've seen the 2024 shop tour, don't worry because I put all the new things in the beginning of the video. Alright, let me show you around. So my shed started out as part workshop and part bicycle shed. Recently I was able to move the bicycles elsewhere so I could expand my workshop. This was the bicycle shed before the expansion. Here you can see I removed the wall. Everything that is green is what I gained in extra space. I gave it a few coats of white paint and I relocated the dust collector from the back wall to the side wall. This is the main reason I wanted the expansion. I really wanted space for a good jointer planer combination. So I got a hammer A331 with helical blades and it works like a dream. To switch between modes was a bit of a hassle though. The table needs to be lowered all the way down to flip the dust collector. And it takes a lot of cranking to get the table up. This is why I designed and 3D printed a part to adapt to a 1/4 inch drill bit. Yeah, it's still not exactly ideal, but I can live with this. I drew and 3D printed this type of magnetic connector for all my machines. In fact, I drew a whole ecosystem for anyone to use. I made a separate video about it if you're interested. The second thing I did with the added space was upgrade my table saw. Before I had a Festool job site saw in a shop cart. And now I have a semi-professional, super stable cast iron beast made by Harvey. Also, like many, I integrated my router table into the table saw. This gives me more infeed and outfeed space. This left the old router table cart empty, so I thought I could fit a Laguna drum sander over there, and I ordered one. I was wrong, it did not fit at all, so I came up with this solution because I wasn't about to return my pretty new toy. A reinforced fold down table, a winch, and there you go. This is a great way to cramp a few extra machines into your workshop. There's even a bonus feature. The drum sander weighs about 165 pounds, and since I installed a flat MDF bottom, I can actually use it as a weight press. This is great for gluing up V-carve inlay work. This is my main French cleat wall. Nothing special here except for this. I added M8 threaded nuts from the back so I can securely mount small tools to the wall and use them directly on the wall instead of taking them to the bench. This is my panel clamping system. It clamps from 4 sides and automatically aligns the boards. When not in use, it slides compactly into the corner. My old router table shop cart currently has no new purpose yet. It does still hold small clamps, router bits and accessories. This is the well-known Festool Capex miter saw. It is great and covers all my needs. I use an Incra shop stop fence that guarantees repeatable and accurate cuts. Next up is my Nova Viking drill press. Its motor directly drives the spindle, so there's no need for changing gear or belts. You simply turn the speed dial. It also has a great digital depth readout and a lot of other advanced functions like tapping. The foot of the drill press is hidden inside the table, and for the awkward space around it I made this U-shaped drawer. It's a bit odd, but it's very useful to store drills and bits. Next to that is my 6-inch jet belt sander. I love this machine. although in this setup I unfortunately cannot use the sanding disc on the side. Below you'll find my compressor, some Festool tools, some sorting boxes and a shop vac. Above are kitchen cabinets from my old house. If you ever need cabinets for your shop, used kitchen cabinets can often be picked up for free if someone's remodeling. These cabinets are still a mess and hold an assortment of, well, everything. There is a fancy fold-down drawer that holds drill bits quite nicely though. Here live some Festool tools and accessories. This is where you find my filming gear and sanding paper. By the way, this way of storing sanding discs works perfectly. Here I keep my pocket hole screws and accessories, and above that some tape and finishing products. Some more French cleat, my Bessie clamps and even more French cleat. This is my main MFT style workbench. It is soon to be replaced, so I won't go into detail. Above that is my wall of measuring and marking tools. I like to have them directly in reach of my workbench. It also opens up to reveal a super shallow cabinet. This basically triples your wall real estate and it's an epic space saver. Up here I store my most used 12-volt power tools in French cleat units. If I need one, I can just grab the entire unit and take it and its accessories to my main workbench. At some point I realized these 12-volt tools are actually quite powerful and they are way more comfortable to use than their bigger, heavier and much more expensive brothers. I own those as well, but since I don't build homes, I rarely use the big ones in my workshop these days. And my collection of 12-volt tools has expanded pretty significantly. Next to the door is my breaker box and charging station. Below that are my CNC bits and accessories. This is the box that controls and powers all the motors of my homemade CNC machine and its 2.2 kilowatt spindle. I have a workable area of about 38 inches by 38 inches, but by turning the workpiece around I can actually machine twice that size. The spindle has a removable 3D printed dust hood. The hose can be taken off to clean the work surface. The last tool is my record power bandsaw. I mainly use it to resaw boards and it fits my needs perfectly. It goes up to 11 inches, so any board I can resaw, I can plane on my new jointer planer. The outfeed is perfectly aligned with the CNC, so they're not in each other's way. This is something you see in my shop a lot. Think ahead when planning your workshop layout and take into account infeed and outfeed heights of machines and work surfaces. You will find you can save a lot of space if you overlap them. Wood scraps are stored under the workbench, under the old router table, under the CNC and against the back wall. Bigger pieces are stored in these two overhead lumber racks. This is another great space saver. Here you can see its skeleton a bit better. Above my workbench I also have a paper backdrop that simply rolls down when I want to photograph or film my work. And here we have my air filter and compressed air hose. Oh, and centrally in my shop is the on-off switch for my dust collector. That's it for my 2025 shop tour. I hope you can use some of my ideas in your own workshop. And if you think I've earned it, subscribe to the channel. Alright, see you in the next one. Bye.